Picture this. You just got your windshield replaced, and now your car's beeping at you every 5 seconds. Lane departure warnings going crazy. Automatic braking kicking in when it shouldn't. So you think, hey, maybe I can just recalibrate this thing myself, right? You're listening to the Speedy Windshield Repair San Diego podcast with your host, Stuart Rofa. Let's get into it. Hey there, I'm Stuart, and today we're talking about something I get asked about constantly. Can you recalibrate your own windshield sensors here in San Diego? And look, I get why people ask. These ADAS systems, all those safety features, they seem like something you should be able to reset yourself. So here's what I hear all the time. Stuart, my buddy's got a code reader and we found some YouTube videos. How hard can it be? Or my personal favorite, the dealership wants $800 for calibration. There's got to be a DIY way, right? And I totally understand that thinking. I mean, we live in the age of YouTube University where you can learn to fix pretty much anything. Plus, nobody wants to drop serious cash on something that sounds like it should be simple. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, and this might surprise you, attempting to calibrate your own windshield sensors is like trying to perform surgery after watching a few medical shows. Actually, wait, let me back up. That's not even a fair comparison because at least surgeons use the same basic tools. With ADAS calibration, every single car manufacturer has completely different procedures, different software, different everything. Now, let me explain how this actually works, because once you understand what's really happening, you'll see why this isn't a DIY job. Your windshield isn't just glass anymore. It's basically mission control for your car's safety systems. Those cameras and sensors behind the glass, they need to be positioned within millimeter precise tolerances. We're talking about accuracy that makes a Swiss watch look sloppy. There are two types of calibration, static and dynamic. Static happens in the shop using these massive calibration targets. Think giant checkerboards and specific patterns that cost more than most people's cars. These targets have to be positioned at exact distances and angles. I'm talking laser measured precision here. The equipment we use at Speedy Windshield Repair communicates directly with your car's computer, running through dozens of parameters most people have never heard of. Dynamic calibration is even trickier. That's where we actually drive your car while monitoring everything in real time. Your lane departure system needs to learn the difference between the painted lines on the 805 versus those faded markings you see driving through Claremont. Your forward collision warning has to distinguish between a real hazard and, say, marine layer fog rolling in from La Jolla. And here's the kicker. The diagnostic equipment alone costs more than most people's annual salary. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars just for the basic setup. Then you've got to factor in software updates because car manufacturers are constantly changing their calibration procedures. What worked on a 2022 Honda might be completely different on a 2023. Okay, here's something most shops won't tell you, and this is where it gets really interesting. Even if you somehow got your hands on all the right equipment, which you can't because most of it's only sold to certified shops, you'd still be missing the most critical piece, the liability coverage. See, when we do calibration, we're not just making sure your car stops beeping. We're certifying that your safety systems will work correctly in an emergency. If you attempt DIY calibration and something goes wrong, your insurance company is going to have some serious questions. And if those systems fail when they're supposed to save your life, that's not a risk worth taking to save a few bucks. Plus, here in San Diego County, we've got specific vehicle safety requirements. California doesn't mess around with this stuff. An improperly calibrated system can cause you to fail inspection, And trust me, dealing with the DMV is way more expensive than just getting it done right the first time. The other thing people don't realize is how complex modern cars have gotten. I had a Tesla in here last week where the calibration process took 3 hours. 3 hours of precise measurements, computer diagnostics, and test drives. And that's with professional equipment and years of experience. Before I let you go, let me rapid fire a few related questions I get. What if I just ignore the warning lights? Bad idea. Those systems are there for a reason, especially navigating I-5 traffic or those winding roads through Kearney Mesa. Can I take it to any shop? Not really. You need someone with the right equipment for your specific vehicle make. How long does professional calibration take? Usually 1 to 3 hours, depending on your car's complexity. Bottom line, windshield sensor calibration isn't a DIY job, and attempting it yourself puts you and everyone else on the road at risk. If you need ADIS calibration here in San Diego, give me a call at Speedy Windshield Repair. That's 61761-487. We've got the professional equipment and expertise to get your safety systems working exactly like they should. I'm Stuart, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening to the Speedy Windshield Repair San Diego podcast. If you need windshield repair or replacement in the San Diego area, give us a call at 61976148887 or visit speedywindshieldrepairsd.com. We'll see you next time.
Clarity is on its way, making everything okay. Crystal clear the open road, lifting up a heavy load. Precision vision expertise.